wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Merry Christmas, fisher people! You've got to do it. It's the season to be jolly. Tra-la-la-la-la-la-la-la. I know some of you are thinking, what is this idiot doing now? It's a fishing video. But I also know some of you will be actually cringing. My wife's definitely cringing. My daughter's most certainly cringing. But more importantly, my granddaughter thinks I'm ace. That's great, isn't it? Anyway, on a serious note, we've had such fantastic support for this new YouTube channel that me and Headley have produced over the last 8 weeks. This is the 9th week, and it's the last chance before Christmas that, for both me and Headley, we would love to wish you a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. So I hope you enjoy this last video, and we shall see you in the new year. Merry Christmas, fisher people! Bye! It's raining again. Oh my goodness. Well, the lake, I'm just looking at it. I'm going to have to walk all the way around and pick the appropriate pegs because some of them look a little bit flooded to me. So this is going to be one interesting day. It's 5 degrees. There's a bit of a breeze and it's pissing it down. Absolutely pissing it down. So, I mean, you must have read news, you must have seen the news. It's been flooding everywhere around this, around Doncaster, Matlock, everywhere. So, I'm not sure if we'll even be fishing this lake, but I'll check all the pegs out. But we're on the Cobble today at Woodhouse Grange. And I've got a lovely breakfast waiting for me. A lovely brecco, can't beat it. Alison does a lovely brecco here. So yeah, Woodhouse Grange, aka Millionaire Mix. He'll be sat in his seat shortly, drinking his cup of tea. This is going to be a tough day today. Now there's only the crazy people and idiots that go fishing on days like this. So there's crazy people and then there's fishermen in there. And we're here, and I'm not sure, I think there's 13 or 14 of us, so I'm not the only idiot. And there'll be people fishing at Lindholme and everywhere else. So I'm here, I'm going to get out, check the pegs out, make sure we've got enough fishable pegs. And where the fish are going to come from, I have absolutely no idea. For you people that are not fishermen, because I know there's people in the office that I work in, just think I'm an absolute idiot, they think I'm crazy. But they just don't understand those fishermen, do they? So for you people that don't know, it is quite a deep lake, this one. But I do know in winter fish tend to show up a little bit. So no matter how mighty a fisherman you think you are, if you're not on the fish, you ain't catching. This time of year, fish like to be, depending on the pressure, air pressure and things, nobody knows exactly, because if you knew 100% where the fish were going to be, you'd be winning everything, absolutely everything. Wherever the water, different layers of water are the warmest, it might only be a degree, half a degree, wherever it is, the fish tend to be there. I've always thought the deeper the lake is, the better it is. But I've watched Joe Carras and Rob Wotton throwing this fish finder, depth finder thingamajiggy, gizmo, whatever you want to call it. They threw this all over different lakes, and the fish tended to be between sort of 3 foot and 7 foot. So obviously that depends on where the warmest water is, we are assuming. I'm sure some of you guys, when you've been casting in say 6 foot of water, and a few seconds later tip's gone straight round and it's foul hooked. If you've got a 2 foot tail, easy. Hook length I'm on about, hook length. Imagine having a 2 foot tail, that'd be ridiculous, wouldn't it? Anyway, if you foul hooked it, does that suggest the fish are off the bottom and at 4 foot? You can find that out by maybe popping a piece of bread up or a pop up or fishing at 4 foot. There's a thing that I'd never heard of before 6 years ago, dobbing. So you usually dob off the bottom, so you're lifting and dropping. And you tend to catch quite a lot of fish doing that. So that's just my understanding of what I've seen and what I've seen on videos and things like that. So just a little bit of info for you people that have got absolutely no idea about fishing. So all you guys in my office that are on Herbalife trying to lose loads of weight, you need to be coming out here, sitting in the freezing cold and rain, burning loads of calories off, because that's what happens when you're cold, wet, absolutely freezing, wondering why you're there. I think they might have the right idea just sitting in an office, but we'll convert them one day, I'm sure. We'll do as best. But anyway, I'm going to crack on, get this lake pegged out for these guys. They'll probably moan how I've pegged it out, because they always do. Don't matter how good a job you do, it's never right. So I shall see you at the draw. We'll see you soon. Sorry about that. Peg 52, wind across today. Right then, people. We are now 45 minutes in. I was ready on time, but schoolboy error. I left my nets. Where you go, dip 'em. What an idiot. Where the dipping paddles are, so I had to walk all the way back to go get my net, so I ended up 10 minutes late again. What an idiot I am. Anyway, as you can see, I've got the brolly up. It was blowing a hoolie, absolutely thrown it down, and now it's glorious. I was going to use, it's quite deep here, I was going to use my slider float today. I didn't bother setting it up because it was horrendous earlier. And now, as you can see, it's beautiful. Very quiet. What I've got in front of me here, I've got a spit in front of me, about 30 metre chuck, which is where I am at the minute. I've got a little feeder on out there with a little piece of worm on. Just something a little bit different to what I'd normally set off with. I'd normally set off with a method. I've had one liner, so I think I'm probably going to change to what I'd normally do out there, a little method feed and a couple of dead reds on. So I'm going to give that, once I've had a little chat with you, I think I'll change to that one. I've also been finding a few pieces of corn halfway across, which can work, you know, it can work quite well here. Popped up bread used to be very good at this time of year here, but bread's not allowed anymore, so I've got some pop-ups if I have to revert to that. But I'm going to persevere out there. I've had one liner, so I might actually come a little bit short. I'm a little bit tight to the spit. Just going to a little bit deeper water. I mean, it's fairly deep, and where I'm casting is probably about 4 foot deep anyway. But since I've had that liner, I'm probably going to pull it a little bit shorter and just see if I can find the fish. Not many liners though, so I don't think there's loads of fish in front of me. I've also got a rig set up in my margin down here. That's about 5 foot deep. Very rocky, so it's a little bit uneven, so I've actually plumbed it a few inches over depth to compensate for if it drops into a little, between a couple of rocks or wherever. Pretty straightforward approach. I think I'm going to be concentrating on sweet corn, maggots and maybe soft pellets and things down in the edge. That's pretty much it. I have got some chopped worms, which I can try if I want to, which I've actually got on now. So, but one little touch maybe, but hardly anything to shout about. One liner, not great at the minute. If things don't start happening, I might even try my slider float and give it a go. Frank at the side of me has had a little roach. As I was walking back, Brian had a little F1. I've heard that Jack Vors, I've heard that he's had a couple. Graham's had one behind me. I don't know what Ringer's had. He always does okay, does Ringer though. So I'm going to come a little bit shorter. I'm probably going to change to the method feeder. I'll get back to you shortly and see how we go on. Right. Unbelievable. I did make that change to a little method feeder. Just the, I'll show you. Let's have a look. Because my sister actually, I spoke to my sister on the phone, she didn't have a clue what I was talking about. So, and I'm going to have to be quick because it looks like I'm going to get another bite here. I've had 4 fish in about 8 minutes. Not big fish, there's only about £3 if I'm lucky, round about there. Again, I'm rubbish at judging weights. I can't even tell you how quick it was because as soon as the tip had settled, I think the first one was a minute and the others came within like 30 seconds. This has been in 1 minute 30 and I've had one little touch. So this is a method feeder and I'm only doing it by half measures. In the summer I'd probably double skin it so it had like plenty of ground bait on, and I'd probably have a bigger method feeder anyway. Just a little 30 gram method feeder. So I'll show you what it looks like. Half measures. Just a right little bit of ground bait, and to appreciate how and your hook bait goes inside there, I've actually been putting it so it's just covered. If you look at the amount of bait, there's not a lot of bait there, is there? So hopefully I'm not overfeeding the fish because it has been cold. I mean, now I've got this brolly up and the sun's just shining direct at me. It's lovely and warm. Can't believe it. It was absolutely awful this morning. So typical curse of the camera. I've dropped it in the same spot. I did go short as well. I pulled it short by about 5 meters, I reckon. 5 turns of the reel anyway. So, and the first cast straight round, I didn't even have a chance to put the camera on for you to see the bite. The bites have been really positive, straight round, no messing. Brilliant. But it's only for £3. But at least I'm catching fish. So once I get settled, hopefully I'll get this camera in a position where you might be able to see some bites and see a few more fish landed. So I just thought I'd give you that quick update. I'm not liking this. It's 3 minutes. Oh, I've just had a knock there. I've normally had a bite by now. Well, I've normally had a fish. In fact, I'd had 2 fish in this time. So I just thought I'd give you that little quick update. So far, so good. I'm going to keep feeding a few pieces of sweet corn out there. I'm only feeding 3 or 4 at a time. About halfway across, I'm hoping for some bigger fish there a little bit later on. So we'll see how things go. But can't believe it. We were all dreading the worst. We're all saying what idiots we were. What kind of people go and play out in this weather? Well, fishermen do, we do, because we're loonies.
Don't know whether you saw me striking there, but that wasn't the normal good pull round, but it will be another little F1. So here, have a look at this. Oh, it's deciding to have a little fight now. You mighty fish. It's only a little F1. But they're all welcome at this time of year, aren't they? All more than welcome. Oh, it's kindly hung up to itself. So here, look, we'll show you. They're not very big. This is smaller than the other ones that I've got. Little tiny F1. But at least they keep pulling rod tip round. Nice one. And you've got to put every one at Woodhouse Grange. You've got to put every one in the net, no matter how small, in your landing net with in your keep net with your landing net. There we go. Right, I know you can't see me properly, but I'm doing my best to see if I can't really tell from my phone if you can see the tip or not. But it's been 8 minutes since we last spoke, and I've had another F1 and a little skimmer. It was only about 3 ounce, but it still give a mighty tug. I thought it was going to be a lot bigger than what it was. Straight round, no messing. We shall see. Oh, there you go. Did you see that? Messing about there. It's definitely not on. That was just like a little roach bite. Missed that moving my landing net. Typical. It's like a cup of tea or a cup of coffee just as you're pouring it. It always goes round, doesn't it? Right, well, I've heard, I've not spotted him. There we go, look. Oh, I missed it. It looked like a little roach bite, that. I've heard, I don't know how true it is because I've not watched him actually. I've heard Jeff Vos again. He's having a mighty season. What a mighty fisherman he is. Apparently he's bagging, he's catching a few. I don't know how true it is, it's only what Ringer said, but like I've said before, I don't believe a word he says anyway. He'll kill me for saying that, but I don't give him monkeys. He's always taking the Michael. Alright, let's get another. So I'm not banding the maggots this week. I'm rubbing them between my fingers like that. That stops it from wriggling. Because you don't want it wriggling when it's inside your method feeder. So we're putting a little bit in, and then I'm going to put it into the middle, putting the maggots in there, just a little bit, and then I'm squashing it in. This is for my sister actually, because she's wanting to know. She loves fishing, but she's still fishing like I taught her 30 years ago apparently. Which is not wrong with that, but she wants to know what this is all about. So there you go, and if you notice it's a darker ground bait I've got on this week. There you go, you can just see the maggot there. I'm casting it out there. I'm about 5 meters or so short of the spit. And it is a bit deeper there, so let's see if we can get the same spot. Pretty much A1. And I can't believe it, there's a fly, a great blue bottle buzzing around my head. This sun's obviously hatched one. Not seen one for months. So now we're just sinking the line. I've hit the clip so it goes the same distance. You don't move the feeder. Remember that. Yeah, I can't for the life of me think where I keep where I've heard that one. Just tighten it up. Without moving the feeder. Have I heard that? Sounds like somebody's got wind outside of me. It's when you start doing something, isn't it? But those last two bites, I mean, they've been like little roach bites. Let's have a look what this is. Right, it's a skimmer, that's right. And the other bites have changed because the F1s have just been pulling it straight round, so they are tiny little fish. Right, it's 12:15. It's not exactly on fire. I have had a few more, I've got to put another one on actually. They've all been little ones though, I've only got about £7. Frank's had a nice carp, looks like he's on corn. I gave corn 10 minutes or so. I had one little F1. All I can seem to catch around here are tiddlers. I know I've heard that Jess had a couple of nice fish. Sounds like one or two to my right. I can't see because my brolly's up, but I ain't winning the match with these tiddlers at the minute. But like I say, I've tried corn and bomb, nothing. I've come a little bit further towards me because I had one or two liners and it did go around, real positive bite, but again it was only an F1 about 12 ounce, something like that. It was a mighty pull round. I thought it would be a decent one, but it's just not happening. It sounds like they're struggling a bit to my right. I bet they've got around about the same, maybe £7 to £10. It's not exactly on fire, like I said. It's been lovely while the sun's been out, but now the sun's gone in. It's a little bit chilly. I'm glad I've got my brolly up. So I'm torn whether to go have another go on the bomb with sweet corn, and I might give that 10 minutes or so just see if we can get a decent fish out. So like I say, I've noticed Frank's caught one. He's fishing at about the same distance as the area I'm baiting up. I've got micros. I've just put some micros and a few pieces of corn down there. Might have a look there. I'm still torn whether to set my slider float because these smaller fish, I could catch them twice as quick on that. So I'm just a bit torn. One minute the weather looks perfect for it, then next minute it looks too windy, so I'm 50-50 whether to have a go at that or not. So not exactly on fire, but having said that, at this time of year, at least we've caught some fish. I don't know how many fish I've got, a dozen fish or so for £7. So it's okay, got bites, but not the size fish I need to win this match today. Because I mean, Frank's not got many, but he's probably beaten me just with that one big carp he's caught. I've tried a pop-up. I just had liners with that. I didn't really get much with that one. I give that 10 or 15 minutes. So I don't know whether, I mean, the good thing about these Preston reels, there are two clips on, so I've got one set 3/4 of the way across and one about 5 or 6 metres from the bank, and I did have more bites closer to the spit that runs down the middle there. So I'm torn as to what to do to try and improve my catch rate. I'm tempted to just go back out there. I'm also tempted with the slider float, and I'm also tempted to just put a maggot feeder on because I've got some little pinkies, and a couple of dead reds on could work really well. Maybe that'll catch these F1s faster. I don't know. It's that time of year. It's what decision do you make? So anyway, I'm gonna soldier on. See if we can get a few. I'm hoping it's going to go around when you're on, but every time I turn you on, I don't seem to get the bites as quick. I'm in there. It's been in now 5 minutes. 5 minutes 24. If I've had bites, they've come in the first less than 3 minutes. So I'm due to reel this one in, have another go. So I might actually go back on, unclip this for the 3/4 of the way across, go back out on the longer line, see if I can get a few more from there. So I'll give you another update a little bit later on. Ta-ta for now. Ta-ta. What a saying. I need to get my little microphone on, don't I? Right. The weather's really changed. It's raining and it's really, really cold. Bites have dried up, they've dried up long. I've got a couple more small ones. I've not got a lot to shout about. I don't think many people have, to be honest with you. I've got 8 or 9 pounds, if I'm lucky, I think. As you can see, it's raining again. And this lake, I was talking to Mick earlier, it's the highest it's ever been. He's never known it as high. So Frank's had a few, he's been getting them on corn. And yet I think I've had one F1 on corn. Oh, just missed a little bite there. I've just gone on the little maggot feeder. Looked like a little roach or something. I catapulted a few maggots out at about 10 metres. Literally just thrown that in, and that bite came after about 2 minutes there. So I'm just trying to pick fish up if I can. Anything. Just put some in my net. And we got, so we're fishing while 2:30. We've got an hour, so that's got to be an F1. That went straight round. Nice positive bite. Little hooks and little lines, so you've got to be gentle. There we go. There you go. A little F1. Oh, nearly. So if you people are wondering how do we know what fish is biting, that's got to be another F1 as well. Just slacken the clutch off. And that one, 25 seconds. It's just, you get used to catching fish. You can even tell with the way they fight. Majority of the time. You watch, this will be a perch or something now. I doubt it, I think it's an F1. Oh, he's trying. Come on, little fishy. There we go. And another F1. Very welcome indeed. A little bit bigger this time. So, do you know, is this what I should have done from the off? A little bit bigger. Who knows? They might not have even been there. Right. What a change. What time is it? So, in the last 15 minutes, I have 6 or 7 F1s, and I just hope it really well comes on. The bites will be coming within 20 seconds. You watch it before you oh crikey. Right, sorry about that, I didn't have my microphone there. The bites have been cut. I've had 7 F1s in the last 15 minutes. I've lost one as well. And they've been nearly pulling rod in. They're roach now. But within 20 seconds, I've not had a chance to put the camera on anything. They've just gone crazy. Absolutely crazy. I'll just try again because there's plenty of F1s down there I think now, but there's also plenty of roach. You see there's roach on it already. A little taps there while I'm tightening up. Trust me to catch a roach while the camera's on. I think it's a battle of who can get there the quickest at the minute, but let's see if we can get an F1 to take it. That's just about half a yard further. So Let's just see. Try and get past that. See, look at them roach straight on it again, look. Give that a little encouragement. And another roach. Typical. Yeah. Another roach. Another little roach. Typical. Oh well, I tried my best. Right then, the end of the match. This goddamn camera just does what it wants. I couldn't get it to record for some strange reason when I weighed in. Now I had plenty of fish. I didn't have time because I know I needed quite a few more. I didn't have time to change the battery, and because we'd only got like 20 minutes, 25 minutes left or so. I went in the edge once it dried up with the F1s just in front of me on the swim feeder, maggot and feeder, double maggot. I think I had about 8 F1s, about half a dozen roach and skimmers right at the end. But I'd only got about 12 or 13 pounds anyway. I got plenty of fish, but they're all sort of between 6 and 12 ounce. So I knew I was struggling a little bit because I knew Frank had caught bigger fish than me. Ringer lies out of his teeth. He always catches when he says he's not. If he's chelping and says he's not catching and shouts "Well done, Nosh," you know he's done well. So when I went in the margins to the left, I'd not put a great deal of bait down there. A few micros, a few pieces of corn. Went down there and I had 4 fish on the trot. Then, when I said earlier that it were like there's boulders and rocks and stuff down there, it must have had a bite. It must have sent it in between some rocks. Snapped hook length. That happened twice. You can't afford to be changing hook lengths, and there were fish there. I did all right. I was quite happy with the amount of fish that I caught. Superb, you know, on a day like today, because it was miserable this morning. Absolutely miserable. But the tip kept going round. The float were going under when I went on the short line. Can't complain. Everybody's caught, so we've had a decent day. But the weights have reflected it, you know. I mean, today 37 pounds has won it, I think. Let's have a look. 37 pounds a couple of months ago would have come last, just to give you an idea. So things are on the change. Now, just a little bit of insight. It's definitely a bomb and pellet and paste. Shallow fishing here, it's fantastic. But things have changed. The majority of people have caught on maggot. So that's what seems to be happening at the minute. And I definitely got 95% of mine on maggot. I've got a few on corn at the end, hoping for a couple of big ones. But again, it was just those small F1s. So I've ended up today with, what did I end up with? 19.84, so just short of £20. And that's put me just out of the money for 5th. So in reverse order, we've got Brian Forry. Never stays till end. Gets weighed in and off it goes, so I've still got 10 quid of his. He's coming with 21.84. And in 3rd place, we've got old Frank. Well fish Frank. And it's Frank Johnson. So all these years I've known him, I never know his surname. I says, Frank, what's your surname? You feel like a right idiot, don't you? Anyway, it's Frank Johnson, so well done Frank. Persevered. He's caught on maggot as well today. I know he had a few on corn. One thing that he didn't tell me, because he knocks about with ringer, he was using number 34, I think. That's whatever it is. They've got a number for baits. Secret baits. And I think he was capping it off with a red maggot. So Frank, I found you out. In 2nd place we have got
Barry Pickersgill, you've not heard of him. He's never happy with his peg. Always makes me laugh. He's never happy. No, it'll be blowing a gale down there. He was actually opposite the Cobble, the actual, it's like a sunken boat, and he's lost loads of fish. But it's a feature, and there are always fish there. I think whenever I've been there, I've pretty much, I think I've won most matches when I've drawn that peg. I haven't drawn it a lot. I think I've drawn it twice in 6 years, and I'm pretty sure I've come very close. I won it from there. It's a very good peg, and it's still, with the features, it's still got to be a good peg in winter. So if you've never been here before, there's like a little red life buoy in the middle. Do not cast to that, because if you do, you'll lose your gear. Cast short of it, to the left of it, to the right of it. I don't know how long it actually is, but it might be worth throwing a bomb out to find out where it is. You might as well just lose a bomb than all your gear when you're ready for fishing. But that is a very good peg, and I think it's peg, just for a bit of info for you, it is peg 40, it's near 46, it's 45 or 46, it's round there. So great peg all year round, that a very good peg. And in first place, shouting well done Nosh, well done Bob, well done everybody else except himself. When's he ever going to realise? We know he's lying. He's fished a good match today, because it's not been easy. This week's mightiest fisherman, the dodgy lying so-and-so himself, Ringer, aka John Sims. So well done, John. That's 2 weeks on the trot. What a mighty fisherman you are. So we'll be knocking him off his pedestal. Oh, actually, he's not here for a while. Unlucky. So, but anyway, it's always good. The people like that are there to be beaten. So, well done, John, anyway. So, I hope you've enjoyed today's video. Bloody camera keeps playing up a little bit. I've got another one on its way, so hopefully that should be a little bit more consistent than this one. Woodhouse Grange, can't complain. Great fishery. There's lots of fish. Plenty of pegs on each lake. You'll thoroughly enjoy it here if you've never been, so it's always worth a visit. So anyway, thanks for clicking on my video. Hope you've enjoyed it. We shall see you in the next club match at Hayfield, but hopefully the video before will be the Ledger Cup match that I'm fishing. If you've enjoyed anything that you've seen, please click the subscribe button, and don't forget to click the notification bell, and you'll get our videos as soon as they're uploaded. So once again, thank you very much guys, and don't forget, fish on. See you soon. Ta-ra.